what I'm going to be talking about in this video and these 9 different components is what actually saps our confidence. What gets in the way of us actually being confident with women? The opportunity in watching this video, what you can get out of this video, is learning how to have a different experience with women or learning how to engage women. And it really is about seeing the world very differently. Before we go any further into that, I actually want to tell you a little about who I am and what I'm about so you know who you're dealing with here. And I think it's important for me to give you a bit of my background so you know how it is, or so you have an idea of why I think I have an informed opinion about women that might be able to help you. And when I was growing up, I was raised by a single mother of, she took care of my brothers and sisters. There's 4 of us in the house. There's 5 of us, and I was the youngest of all 5. And my mother was what we would call a very powerful woman. No nonsense, my way or the highway. And my older sisters were also that way. So I grew up learning how to talk and deal with women and basically learn how to relate to them. And in my career as an adult, what I've done is worked with women in the human services field. And I basically have always worked with women. For like 30 years, that's been women I've worked with. I've either have been supervised with women and they've been my coworkers, or I've supervised women. And it was second nature to me. And you can't do that kind of work unless you know how to relate to women. You can't be in where women are unless they feel comfortable with you, because you won't last. Believe me. And I've seen a lot of guys not lasting in the human services field or social work because they don't know how to talk to women. About 15 years ago, it came to my attention through conversations with guys, and I started to realize that not all men actually know how to talk to women. And I didn't really think about it up until I was having guys, my friends and my acquaintances, say to me, "How do you do that?" And I said, "Do what?" They said, "Well, you always have women around you." Because at that point in my life, most of my friends were women. My closest friends were women, and a lot of them were exes. And I said, "Well, I don't know. I talked to them." They go, "Well, what do you say?" I said, "Well, you just talk to them." And they'd say, "Well, that doesn't help me. What does that mean?" And I go, "Well, okay." And I would think about this particular guy, and I said, "Well, you hit on women all the time. You're always on the make, and that's why women don't talk to you, because they don't always be hit on. You don't even get to know them before you're hitting on them." So that's my first tip for you guys, is that we have to see women as someone we want to engage just to get to know them. And a lot of men I know do this extreme from one to the other. If there's someone that they're really interested in, then what they'll do is they're on the make with them. And if they don't find them interesting because they're not attracted to them, usually what it is, then they don't want to have anything to do with them. And there's no middle ground. So if you want to have a different experience with women, you have to stop seeing them as someone that you can hit on. And you stop seeing that they are someone that you have to pursue, and just get to know them. So what would eventually happen is I was then coaching my friends on how to talk to women. And I was actually coaching my women friends on how to talk to guys. And I was kind of doing it on both sides and not really thinking anything of it. And about 5 years ago, I started this program called MBM, and that is Men Being Men. And it was a opportunity I took for a whole bunch of young men that I knew, and they were from 18 to 27, and I taught them how to cook in my own kitchen. They would come over, it was usually about 4, and literally I would show them how to do basic meals. And this is my second tip for you gentlemen out there. If you want to have a different experience with women, learn how to cook. Believe me, when you tell women that you know how to cook or that you're going to cook a meal for them, it stops them in their tracks because it's unusual. And the third tip, besides learning how to cook, is that learn how to distinguish yourself from other guys. Women want to know you're unique. Women want to know that you actually can do something interesting or unusual. And I'm not talking gourmet meals here, gentlemen. I'm talking good basic meals, like spaghetti. And it's not that you have to pull off this really highfalutin meal. It's about the effort you put into it. And if you make an effort for a woman that you're interested in, like saying, I'll make you a meal and clean your house and clean your bathroom where they come over, and yes, I mean effort, and do that, you are distinguishing yourself. So the 3 tips, I'm just going to stop and tell you the 3 tips I want you to take out of this is that you need to see women as just someone you want to get to know and not always hitting on them. If you learn how to cook and cook for them, that will distinguish you, and that's going to make a difference. And that's what I was actually teaching these guys in Men Being Men. They would come over, and I was teaching them how to cook. Because cooking has always come naturally to me. It's always come easy. It just makes sense. A lot of things don't make sense, like how to fix cars. Don't get it. How to build stuff. Don't get it. Instructions on how to put stuff together. I don't get it. Cooking I get. It just kind of makes sense to me. So I'd have these guys come over for Men Being Men, MBM, and we'd eventually talk about women and what their struggles were with the girls that they're trying to see. And I would inevitably do what I do, and that is give them, advice on how to talk to women. And they would leave feeling better. And this went on for about 2.5 years, and they're annoyed that I still don't do it. Like one guy is particularly not happy that I'm not continuing doing it because he got a lot of value out of it. And they would come over on a Saturday, and spend a better part of the day. And we'd make a huge mess in my kitchen, and we'd cook, and we'd clean up, and they'd all walk away with a meal because they saw the value in learning how to cook. After I stopped MBM, I did some other mentoring with, I'm doing right now with a young man, and he comes, and actually I consider him my friend. I enjoy spending a lot of time with him. And we get together about every 6 weeks, 3 to 6 weeks, and we go for a meal and we talk, and one of the things we always talk about is his struggles with dating women. And like the guys at MBM, there's this pain that he has, like he's just so lost, he doesn't get it. And so we talk about the mixed messages that women would give. And yes, guys, women give mixed messages. We do too, but women do also. And what they say and what they do kind of goes, well, how do I make sense of that? So that's another tip I want to give you. Expect that women will give you mixed messages. I don't think they do it on purpose. I don't think they do it to be malicious. They do it. So we would spend time talking about stuff, and at the end of those conversations, he would thank me profusely about how much better he felt and how much he felt like the world made more sense to him. And then it occurred to me, I should do this more for other guys. And I'm thinking, well, how would I do that? And I thought, well, maybe videos would not be a bad idea, but like, would guys watch? Would guys actually attend it? And if I did it? And that's what this is about. That's what brought on these Be That Guy videos, is about trying to make it better. But I had a lot of apprehension if I should do it, because I'm not certain that guys are going to actually be interested in this. I know what I have is valuable because I've had too much success helping guys make sense with women. So I know I have the skills to help. Whether or not guys are going to watch or actually do it is another thing. So then I thought, well, if I help one guy, maybe it's worth it. And I think of my friends, my young friends who are in pain and just like, just can't figure it out. And I thought, I have to do this even if it's for that one guy. So maybe you're that one guy, and maybe you're not. But what you could do to help me in this is to know I'm on the right track, is that there's social commentaries below. And I would really like it and feel supported by you if you would actually write in the commentaries down there about what this is, how this has helped you, and what you see differently in the world by me giving you this information. And that would help me know I'm on the right track. And ask questions. If there's stuff that you're not certain about, or if you need me to clarify, ask questions. But please help me out, help other guys out. So that's why I'm doing this, and that's my story, and that's my background when it comes to being with guys and helping guys with women.